I, as the speaker for SMA Negeri 2 Kota Mojokerto, are very proud to oppose this motion that is stated as this House would give social services and skill training for gambling offenders rather than imprisonment. Now, I think the definitions for imprisonment and social services and skill training are already very clear, but based in the status quo that gamblers makes up worldwide of 26%, which each of those people including on those percentage, gambles at least once. Gambling offenders are jailed or punished due to their extreme and continuous addiction in gambling. But the question still stands of which, why do people really gamble? Firstly, there are a multitude of reasons, and actually there are no complete direct reason on why people gamble. But mostly it depends on the environment of those addicts, curiosity perhaps on which they started, or a need of a temporal addiction, a temporal adrenaline high. And when money is involved, an addict doesn't think that this activity will give them problems in the long term, but instead an addict will focus on the target to win and earn more. Now, what are the effects of this? Firstly, if an addict gambled everything and earned nothing, but instead lost everything, which most gambling results are, there comes two outcomes. Firstly, depression. Secondly, fury. Depression, as in the addict will take high risk or more loans, lie for favors to their close ones, or their families even, or even commit crimes just to gain a buck. Secondly, fury, in that the addict may hurt their close ones and also even desecrating or destroying public property just to make themselves feel in control. But my first argument is that social services and skill training are very inefficient. Firstly, social services and skill training programs does not directly address the effects of gambling addiction. It also doesn't necessarily make those offenders stop or even reduce their gambling addiction. And actually this creates a loophole for gamblers to gamble more and more. Also, the proposition side might and will say that imprisonment is rather unnecessary, irresponsible, immoral, but yet we have an alternative to this. That is, we will impose imprisonment as it is, whilst also combining social services, skill training, rehabilitation programs, and socialization programs. And our mechanism for this are, the gambling offenders would get jailed as they would. After that, they will get imposed into joining a program or even 5 of our own programs. These programs also will be surveillanced with the prison's administrations or authorities. So it creates no room for escape for the addicts, for the offenders. And a year of this, the mental and physical state of these addicts will be addressed, whilst also punishing them to be in jail as well. Now, the inefficiency of the proposed motion stands as a waste of resources and time and money, because gamblers won't feel the consequences of their actions if this means after that they doing their deed, they will simply get home after that. And this does not even affect the addiction of gambling in the slightest. Firstly, what this does actually is that this creates a huge loophole which gamblers will voluntarily give themselves to be punished, and after that they'll get home afterwards. What will they do after they get home? Gamble more. And since there will be any consequences of this, they will continue doing it. And also, we have to realize that not all countries can simply just cannibalize their own economy to fund these programs instead of imprisonment. But even then, also this will create a major flaw of the law where no criminals are treated fairly, if not adequately, and as such, it will create a moral crisis where gambling will be rampant, and also people would will gain more by doing crimes to gamble more, and so on and so forth. Our conclusion for this is that this proposed motion is ineffective for reasons we have already stated earlier, and that we already gave the correct and direct mechanisms to address this motion, and I, as the opposition side of the House, Speaker of SMA Negeri 2 Mojokerto, are very proud to oppose. Thank you so very much.